boys and girls. It's Miss Learn and Lulu this time. As you can see, she's so sweet and she's calm. Are you a good girl? And Penny is locked in the kitchen. You might be able to hear her crying because she wants to be in here to be the center of the show. But you guys saw yesterday what happens when she gets involved. So what I want to do this morning is just do a quick little review of reducing fractions because we really struggled with that on the last quiz. So I'm going to move over to the little papers that I wrote up so it'll make it easier for you to understand. Hopefully. Hold on a second. Okay, so the words that you'll see when being asked to put your answer in its smallest form could be reducing, lowest terms, or simplifying. They all mean the same thing. Look at your answer and decide if it's in the smallest form. We worked on a couple of ways that would make it easier, but what I found after looking at your quizzes is that you were forgetting the tricks. And so it's best just to do it the old-fashioned way, which is finding the common factor. So we're just going to practice with an answer, pretending that the answer is 12/18. And what you do is say to yourself, what do these numbers have in common with each other? So we need to list the factors. So the factors of 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. The factors of 18 are 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. What factors do they have in common? Well, we can see they have 1 in common, 2 in common, 3 in common, and 6 in common. Guys, you're never going to pick 1. If you picked 1, you'd end up with the same answer when you tried to put it in smallest form. You can pick 2 or 3, but you won't have it in smallest form. You're going to have to continue to reduce it. So you always want to go with the greatest common factor. So if we look up here, 6 is the greatest common factor of both numbers. So if I divide the top number by 6, I get 2. And if I divide the bottom number by 6, I get 3. Whatever you do on the bottom, you do on the top. That's a rule. The other thing is, if you're struggling with the idea of dividing the two numbers by their common factor, think it backwards. 2 times what equals 12? 2 times 6 equals 12. Or look at it this way. 6 times what equals 18? 3. So 2/3 is lowest terms for 12/18. How do I know that I'm done? Because the numbers are side by side. That's a little trick that we talked about. And then finally, here are 6 problems for you to try on your own. So see if you can go back through the directions that I gave. List the factors for each numerator and denominator. Pick the greatest common factor of each one. Divide the top number and the bottom number by the greatest common factor, and you should get your answer. If you list what each answer is just using a slash, so for instance, do 2/3 if that's what your answer is. List all 6 of them on Schoology, and I'll let you know if your answers are correct. Thanks for trying out this mini lesson, guys. It's a great review. We'll be back to school at some point, and we're going to pick up right where we left off. So if you're practicing at home, we can move faster rather than starting all over again.